Oh, okay, that's... Mom, come pick me up. I honestly don't know what I think about this. Very confused boner.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out Cursed Gun Images #1 by Brandon Herrera here on YouTube. Guys, I have to say right off the bat, Herrera looks so much different 5 years ago. Holy shit. Hard not to notice the beefcakeness of him nowadays. You know, he definitely chunked up a little bit more, I feel like. Holy shit. Over the years, and that's awesome to see. But yeah, Cursed Gun Images. A lot of you guys recommended I check this out alongside the Darwin Awards videos that he does. You know, just to spice it up, I guess, and also see what's out there, you know. A lot of cursed gun images I have seen, you know, they are truly cursed. A lot of guns from like The Walking Dead and shit. If you ever actually like zoom in on the firearms that they use in that show, man, fuck, hurts your eyeballs, stuff like that. This is gonna be probably IRL guns, of course. So let's see what people have created and what abominations there are out there. If you guys enjoy, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe for more content from me, of course. Leave your recommendations down in the comments below. Without any further delay, guys, I say we get right into this. We're already liked up, quality 1440p, awesome. There is actually no captions, which is kind of nuts. We're full screen, and without any further delay, guys, let's get it.
What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? Today we are coming at you with kind of a new content style. This is a video I kind of threw out the idea for a little while ago, and you guys have not stopped talking about it in the comments ever since then.
Right.
So here it is. A video I was not looking forward to making, but I'm gonna stomach it for you guys.
Of course, it's usually how it is.
Much to the dismay of Google, there are plenty of gun images all over the internet. However,
oh, yes,
very few hold the rank of cursed. So what is a cursed gun image? Cursed gun image is basically just the same thing as the, I guess, internet brand of cursed image, it's fucking hard to look at. So I'm not looking forward to having to disgrace my eyeballs with these, but let's get her done. All right, starting off strong, I see. That hurts. The foo bar. Wasn't enough, you just disgraced it. You had to name it too, right? I think that's like polymer AK furniture on the bottom there. Obvious Dremel marks. It's the mark of a true gunsmith. And either JB Weld or like silver solder or some there holding that really crappy plastic.
What the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck is that buttstock attachment there? You just welded that shit on? Ew. What the fuck, dude? Who does this shit? Why would you do this shit? How is this comfortable to shit? I mean, I'm sure it's usable, but what the fuck?
Belong on a semi or full auto 30-06.
No.
Some say that after
and yeah, the mag is huge. It's a huge round.
John Moses Browning is rolling over in his grave so fast that they're using it instead of hydroelectric power. So there's actually a...
Is that a fucking... Is that like a Luger? Is that what that is? Like, am I fucked? I'm sorry. Am I fucked up? Is that a Luger, like upper frame, like pistol grip, and then just AK furniture stapled onto it? Is that what I'm looking at right now? I don't know.
A lot to dissect in this one. You took two of the things that I like quite a lot, which is World War II German firearms and AKs.
Fucking
and
Luger, right?
Them together, and I hate it. It's interesting though because you could tell there's a little bit of woodwork in the back. They had to kind of mate those two together, kind of in the way I guess the old Luger.
My God.
I guess I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at here.
Yeah,
I love
me
the way
neither.
it's mated in the front because you can see out of the front of the gas block here, there's a barrel poking out.
What the hell?
So this thing probably actually shoots, and that's horrific. And my initial concern was, okay, what about the front sight block? But there's a hole in the front sight block where a bullet could travel through. So this was actually, I hesitate to say well thought out, but there was some planning went into this.
And yeah, like clearly there was some planning put into it. Like I could see, like I was noticing that hole too, exactly as you mentioned that, right? But it's like still just a 9mm, like, why? I can't understand this. You know what I mean? Like the Sega 9 exists. It's like, why would you ever fucking use one of these things? Like I don't. What the fuck is the point of this?
But there was some planning went into this.
Bastardized.
I would love it.
Historical piece for this.
Terrible. Kind of like anything that comes out of Caltech. Except the KSG. I kind of like that. No, this one I have seen, and
Ew.
I love how they obviously either are trolling or did not give a fuck, because they have a fucking Tapco magazine in this gun, as well as some very low budget AK pistol grip. This is confusing though. Look at that gas block. This is actually a very short action for a full-size rifle, because it's like a 16-inch barrel at least, and that's just that gas stroke distance. That doesn't look right. You know what else doesn't look right? the fucking PPSH shroud over the whole
Yeah,
gun.
I was gonna
Christ, they just took some
mention
like,
that.
sheet steel and folded it over after they made those cuts or some shit like that. Because if they actually used re-welded pieces of PPSH 41,
I'd cry.
A special place in hell.
Yeah.
Reserved for pedophiles and people who talk in the feeder. Holy lightning cuts. All right. Somebody took that Troy handguard and said, wow, I really like the aesthetic of just drilling random holes in my shit. So they clearly applied it to the rest of the gun. I think the worst part of this is what they did to that pistol grip. That thing's polymer, dude. You're not saving a lot of weight. That whole thing weighs like, what, a fucking ounce? Cutting holes in your buffer tube. That's excellent call.
Is that the purpose of these holes, like, cut out, is like to reduce weight? I'm guessing so, but yeah, like, why the fuck the buffer tube, the mag housing? Like, I feel like you're not saving yourself much weight, if at all. Like, why bother? You know what I mean? Like, goddamn.
Whole thing weighs like, what, a fucking ounce? Cutting holes in your buffer tube. That's excellent call. That's that peak performance right there.
It's gotta be a fake picture, right?
Where we're going, we don't need trigger guards. It's for the weak. You know what I've always thought when I look at an AR-15 is I thought, you know, I sure would love to be able to use the left side of the mag well as a cheese grater. It'd be very convenient when I get hungry at the range. Or, you know, when I have to have a stress-eating snack.
True.
Because everybody's making fun of my shitty AR-15. What in the Pakistan am I looking at?
What in the fuck is that?
That thing probably defended Stalingrad with great honor. Just to be dragged to the Middle East and
bastardized.
Honestly, this wouldn't look too terrible if that was not a historically significant firearm. I get why they do stuff like this. I just hate that they have to do it to that.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Because honestly, the way they did it is kind of a little. It's got some aesthetic to it. Like I could tell there was some craftsmanship involved. It wasn't just some random dude with a hacksaw. I still can't like it. If it were legal, I would open up a historic weapons trade. You know, for Pakistani armorers, I'll give you like the $500 9mm AR carbines we have all day long here. Just give me your stuff, and my stuff will run better than that. But I will put that in a museum so you don't have to hack it to death. What the fuck? That's
Ew.
oh, dude.
What is this? What am I looking at right now? I can't even fucking tell what this is. Like, I actually can't even tell what this is. This is some, like, police, like, yeah, this is literally some, like, police capture. Like, some fucking, like, cartel member was wielding this against somebody, or some, like, I don't know, home invasion fucking burglar was wielding this. I can't tell what this is. This can't be... Like, I want to say... I'm just going to let him talk. I don't want him to speak.
There's, like, just a screw and a nut in the back from a hardware store. Crappy picture.
Can't tell what caliber this is.
Embarrassing. This is horrific. That's hardly even functional. Why? Why would you do that? Is it to make me sad?
Probably.
Because you're making me sad.
It's tiny, so it's got to be a pistol caliber.
This is just a troll because of that pink scope on there. As if there was any way to actually fire this motherfucker. And look at that, like, 2-inch barrel at the end. You know, they actually thought that, you know, when we're engaging targets at 300 yards with this, it would be nice to have a little mini scope on top. But stocks, no. It is okay, Sasha. Daddy will not let this happen to you. Although it was my turn to troll, I might just like chamber this in 357 SIG just to f with people. Millimeter is best millimeter. Okay, so we're gonna move on past that. If I see one more PPSH that has been bastardized, I'm gonna probably literally throw up. And you don't wanna see that. I don't wanna accidentally do an ab workout, so call it a deal. Although I do have to start working out again. People are commenting about how much size I've lost since earlier this year. Swole Brandon's coming back. I'm working on it.
Oh no.
This I've actually seen before. I think this was an actual product. You know what, sometimes I think gas tube rails, they're nice.
What the fuck?
They're convenient. You know, they put the optic right where you kind of need it, and they're easy to install, and you know what, they're excellent products. But sometimes I just think that I want to attach my optic to the hottest part of the gun, because the Ultimac just won't cook an optic fast enough for me. I want to put my optic directly on the gas block. That sounds like a winner to me. Now, I don't really need it to be secure. Just throw some Allen keys on that bitch. We'll call it a day.
Right.
Let's be honest, the optic's probably going to be completely cooked before those Allen keys can start reversing themselves, so it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. All right, so this is actually an old one that's been floating around for a little while. I have seen this one before. So from what I can tell, I know there's probably background about this somewhere, but just from my observation, this looks like an AR, an AK, like a Galil or something like that. That was just welded up, kind of like as a pet project. probably somewhere in the Middle East. Welded up to look like an AR-15, like the carry handle up top, that ridiculous front sight block. Because if I'm not mistaken, under that handguard looks like a real gas block. And this kind of just the lower, the receiver portion of it looks like an actual AK receiver that looks like an AK fire control group, including the third pin, which is why I really hope it's in the Middle East. AK stock that just looks like an M4 stock, AK pistol grip. Everything functional about this kind of looks like an AK, just in 5.56 with AR-15 mags and kitted up to look like an AR-15 for some reason. Not sure about charging though. Maybe this thing doesn't even work. I hope it doesn't. Now it's the opposite side of the spectrum, and I mean that literally.
Fuck?
That is just flat out an AR-15 with an AK front end. This thing probably doesn't even fire. Oh, that's a nice touch. They left the gas tube lever up. It already looks terrible. Might as well keep with it. I'm actually pretty sure this is just like a populated barrel assembly.
Like, who does shit like this? Like that's my question. Like, what sick fuck does this? Like, I don't understand it. Why would you ever put an AK end on an M4 like this or an AR platform like this? It just makes no sense to me. Like that just makes no sense to me. Like, it hurts, man. Like, I just don't get why people do that shit. Like, there's no reason. There's really no good reason at all. Like, why you should do that. It looks like shit. It just looks bad.
Terrible. Might as well keep with it. I'm actually pretty sure this is just like a populated barrel assembly for an AK that's thrown
just
in front
do it
of
to
an
piss people
AR-15
off
without a barrel at the moment. I really hope that's what this is. No charging handle on the AR-15 either. That was a nice touch too.
Yeah.
Thank God this gun is not one. Oh, okay, that's... Mom, come pick me up. I honestly don't know what I think about this. Very confused boner. So this looks like a very modern tactical take on the Luger, which is interesting. I really hope they didn't use a real one as a base, because that would be like using the chassis of a 1969 Camaro, all original, to try to build a replica Cybertruck. Does it look newer? Hell yeah. Is it better? Go fuck yourself. I love the just zero regard for this fucking optic. They just threw it on top of that the charging handle up there. So that thing's just gonna get whipped up and down every shot. What's that? You're gonna try to keep a bead on the optic the entire time you're shooting it? Well, fuck you. And a surefire light on the bottom, because why not? Although I say all this thing would have completely raped in the trenches of World War I. Yeah, it's interesting, that little muzzle standoff device, or what?
Yeah, this thing would have absolutely fucking annihilated everyone in the trenches of World War I. That is so true. A flashlight, you can just blind people once you jump in a trench, and you have like a sight at all. Yeah. Even though, yes, the sight is barely functional. I mean, it's still something to aim with in the dark, so...
Thing would have completely raped in the
Your first shot would be decent.
That's interesting, that little muzzle standoff device, or whatever you call it, that little meat tenderizer that they put on the end. It could be arguably useful on pistols that, you know, like Glocks and things that have a slide that moves backwards when it functions. That, you know, if you move the slide back a little bit, or if you run into something and you pull the trigger, it won't fire because it's out of battery. You know, the slide extends all the way to the front, so if somebody puts the hand on the front of the gun or something, it won't fire out of battery. The only problem with it on this one is that the Luger is not one of those f***ing guns! This serves no purpose except to break my heart. 7 out of 10 would still operate with. You know what? This isn't even cursed. I've just got to give credit to whoever did that, because that takes some skill.
It's
and
impressive.
Frankly, it's better than most of the stipple jobs I've ever seen in person. Han Solo P80.
It's just like...
It's a pass. That, however,
is that a Mosin? Is that a shorty Mosin? That's like, what the fuck?
Does not get a pass. With this probably being 303 Brit, that bullet is probably going to be
maybe it's not a
poking out
Mosin?
of the front of that barrel. This is a flashbang with an airsoft projectile. And I love how they felt the need to put an optic rail on this as well. That's, again, as if there was ever a functional way to fucking shoot this thing. Honestly, at this point, it would be better just to use blanks only and use it as a flamethrower. Actually, the one pass I will give this for is if they intended to thread that barrel and put a big nose cone on the front of it like a Jawa blaster. Okay, that might be kind of cool. I have really just been outing myself as a Star Wars nerd lately. Okay. Now we're cursed. That is for sure cursed. Where to begin? I'm just gonna make some observations here. That AR-15 stock there at the back, not necessarily a bad thing. For one, looks like it was put on with Gorilla Glue. For second, Thompson stocks are already kind of uncomfortable because of how low they sit. That somehow finds a way to make this problem twice as bad. That gun would have to be sitting like right on your tit.
Yeah, that's a Thompson, right? 45 Thompson. That's fucking. I don't like that. I just don't like that at all. That looks like shit.
It's a way to make this problem twice as bad. That gun would have to be sitting like right on your tit.
45, I'm guessing.
As you're just trying to aim, which thankfully they have aided us with some really low mounted Picatinny and iron sights on a complete top rail. Because you know, we have to kind of leave it a little traditional. And I think up front that is actually just an AR-15 rail.
I think
Full
so.
Stop. Like that's just for an AR. And key mod, of course. Of course it's key mod. I expected no less. I too like to mount my potentially life-saving tactical accessories via the same way they use to hang racks at Home Depot. And
Literally.
topping it off with, I did not even see that before, the drum magazine with the Mandalorian crest on it. If this was done ironically, I hate you. And if it was done unironically, I also hate you. I feel like this whole thing is kind of accidentally turned into like a Sarah McLachlan commercial. Like,
oh my God.
Save these Bubba guns. They need a home. Just 69 cents a day. You could hoard collectible firearms so that Bubba can't get them. All right, so let's wrap this up here. Let's get one more. What do we have here?
What's it gonna be? Oh, what the fuck?
Now you're just with me.
That can't be real. It's gotta be a prank, right? Oh. Oh no. The mental toil.
Well, guys, we had a couple more to go through, but for the sake of my sanity, I'm done. I'm just not going to do any more of that today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this format. If you did, leave a comment saying you want more of it, and I will remember to not do the next one sober. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Remember that hashtag AKG notification squad, and remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon for that hashtag. Jesus Christ.
Jeez. Happens. I understand it. I do the same thing.
The hashtag AKG notification squad. If you comment in the first hour with something with hashtag AKG notification squad in it, then you can win all sorts of cool stuff like t-shirts from Third Pin Threads, which that link is also
from 5 years ago. I'll get right on that.
Thank you guys very much. Yeah, I'm gonna go, I don't know, just do some meditation or something before I just quit YouTube forever. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.
Awesome. I think there's a little bit at the end here. Let's see.
Now, probably much to Google's behest, there are plenty of gun images out there on the internet. However, like much to their dismay. Okay. Now, much to the dismay of Google, there are plenty of gun images. Take two. Now, much to the... I almost said behest again. Okay, so we do get a blooper reel. Now, much to the... much to the dismay... I can do this, I promise.
It happens. Listen, I understand it. I understand it. Sometimes most of the time, my stuff is like, all in one take. I try to do it as true to that style as possible, because I feel like, people don't want re-edited takes, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a bit ungenuine, personally. But the blooper reel is always sick. Honestly, maybe I should have a blooper reel sometimes, because sometimes I do just fucking word salad. I literally just like have a stroke at the beginning of the video is what it feels like, and I'm just like, you know what I mean? It happens sometimes. I will admit it's a curse we all bear, you know what I'm saying? But no, that was an awesome video. Well, I shouldn't say an awesome video. It was a cursed video, you know what I'm saying? I hated seeing those guns, but interesting to see Herrera's thoughts on them, of course. And man, what a different setup he has. It's awesome to see how far he's come in 5 years. Just where he's gotten to, and now the fact that he's running again. for Congress. That's awesome as well. So yes, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe for more content from me. Of course, leave your recommendations down in the comments below. And of course, big thank you to all of our members, all of our Hastati, our Triarii, our Principe, Dagenhart, and of course our Prefects and Hobbit. I appreciate you guys. You guys inspire me to make more content for you guys every single day. With that, guys, this has been Centurion. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.